Welcome, welcome to Mushrelli Gymnasium, where the Canton Bulldogs will take on the Stoughton Black Knights. And not only what is tonight rivalry night, but it is also senior night. And Luke, doesn't that add a little more fire between these two rivals?
Of course it does, Nick.
And you know, we'll see what happens here. But for Canton and Stoughton, the regular season is almost coming to a close. What do you want to see tonight from really both sides, but especially we'll start with Canton, Luke?
You know, from Canton, it's their senior night. Their season right now, I don't know if it's going pretty well, but, you know, they have something to prove. They have something to prove.
And like we said, it's not been their year so far, but to be honest, senior night, you wipe the records out of the window. It's basically like for one night, one special night, starting at 0-0 once again. And even more so now that it is senior night and the visitors didn't have far to travel, as we can see here in the parents and student section here tonight. So it'll be fun, but we'll get the ceremony. I believe they're doing a ceremony in a few seconds here. We'll get that started, and then it's game time, Luke.
Yep, game time.
We'll, of course, before or after the ceremony, honor our country as well, which is very important.
Yes, it is.
And we will honor our country with the playing of the national anthem. But, you know, exciting times. Exciting times.
It is.
And we'll see what's going on here. Looks like there's a bit of a delay, so why not? We'll read the rosters to you guys. Oh, never mind. The ceremony started.
Thank you for coming tonight. Hello, I'm Coach Brandon. Deeply humbled and honored to share tonight in this moment with all of you. To the Canton community, we appreciate you being here, as the support you show never ceases to amaze and impress. Before we start tonight, we do want to recognize the Stoughton seniors and show our gratitude and our respect and our appreciation for them tonight. So, can we have Leah McCarthy, Grace Weisenberger, Raina Tat, if you all could come down, we'd like to honor you.
True sportsmanship as the hosts honor the guests as well. They might be bitter rivals on the court and on every athletic field. But
thank you.
That was quite the sign of gratitude.
Yes, it was.
Now, to our own group of seniors, thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being incredible ambassadors to our program and to our community. You are all that is right and wonderful in this world. You four have helped shape me into a better coach and person, and us as a collective group. And I am proud of all of you and happy to have helped you in a small way on your life journey. At this time, I would like to recognize the families of these awesome individuals. First up is Tess, Christina, and Tom. We'll do one big one. You guys can stay right there. Let's go. We'll do one big one. Okay. Next up, Ashley, Christine, and David. Following up, Ava, Michelle, and James. And last, but certainly not least, Kara, Alex, Jessica, and Colin.
Thank you, Coach Wilbur, and let's hear it for these seniors one more time.
A night that these seniors will never forget, Luke.
Trust me, they will not. Senior night, it's just something about the energy, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
nuts.
like we were talking about before the broadcast, it's like winter Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's like the Thanksgiving game of winter sports. You know? This is their biggest,
It is.
moment.
It's unlike anything else.
Like the playoff game for the teams that aren't going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So many different words to describe that. And I'm going to obviously have something that you know that I'm going to break on air towards the end of the show. But I'm going to tell you, the folks at home right now, it's pretty similar to what the coach up there just said about. But,
Just 6:30
now. I'm not going to break it until closer to the end of the game, but,
You have kids here yet?
What's that?
Do you have a kid here yet?
I'll be okay.
How's that going?
But,
Good. Do you play soccer? Is that a dumb question?
He does. Yeah, he had a good year.
Good.
He loves the high school, so. Ready, Coach? Okay, what a wonderful ceremony. We also welcome so many youth basketball players here tonight from Canton Youth Basketball. We're going to introduce the starting lineups for both teams, starting with the visiting Black Knights. Number 1, sophomore, Rain Tat. Number 2, junior, Kristen McKay. Number 11, senior, Leah McCarthy. Number 12, senior, Raina Tat. Number 15, junior, Isabel Belmonte. Head coach of the Black Knights, Caitlin Valaire. And now the Canton Bulldogs. Number 10, senior, Kiara McKinney. Number 12, senior, Tess Giglio. Number 13, senior, Ava McCool. Number 14, junior, Deanna Kolakidis. And number 21, senior, Ashley Kovner. Head coach of the Bulldogs, Brandon Wilbur. We now ask for you all to stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Two of the best words in sport about to come out, or three, whatever. It's game time.
It's game time. What are you expecting from both sides?
You know, like you said, like this was not the year Canton wanted. They've struggled for most of it. Not to be rude, but obviously it's kind of true.
Yeah.
You know, sort of struggled through most of it. And you know, it's Stoughton. Anything happens. I mean, you're literally seeing a sold-out crowd for a team that sort of struggled this year. You know, so
Yeah.
Like anything like I said earlier in the broadcast, wipe the records to 0-0 and see what happens. Almost pretend like this is the exhibition game. You know.
Yep.
In a way. And Stoughton and McKinney will take it up for the Bulldogs. Gets it to Kolakithis. To Kovner. And Stoughton steals it. And they are fouled up the line.
Seems Stoughton just got to travel.
Looked like there was a travel there. Looked like there was a travel on McCarty there for Stoughton. And then to McKinney from Kolakithis, Tovner back inside. And then McKinney goes for the three, and it's in and out for the Bulldogs. McKay drives it up the court, but she's fouled, so she'll have 2 free throw opportunities. Fast start to this one, Luke.
Yeah. They're not wasting any time, Nick.
Definitely not. Nope. McKay will go for 2 free throws. First one is in. 1-0 for the visitors. And the second one will swish into. And Kolakithis will take it up court from the pass from McCool. Back to McCool. Giglio looking for a pass, goes to Kolakithis. Kolakithis tries to drive it in, but a turnover there for the Bulldogs. They can't get behind themselves like that, Luke. They can't get behind the 8-ball like that. But it looks like Tat will it will deflect out on the pass from Tat.
Yeah. You know what? Canton's defense is looking pretty good tonight, Nick. They're starting off real strong. Oh.
Yep. And it is 5-0 now. And that one was Rain Tat. Kolakithis with a nice dribble up there. And then to Kovner, McKinney to Kovner. And that one is no good. And it is an offensive foul on the Bulldogs. Not the start they were looking for, Luke.
Not at all. You know, one thing I noticed, you know, defense, they're always on top of it. It just
yeah,
seems
the
like
offense, way too many mistakes.
Seems like a slow start on offense.
Whether it's a travel, whether it's a pass out of bounds, you know, on accident, obviously.
Of course.
McKay will go for the mid-range jumper.
And Kovner with the rebound.
Kovner to McKinney, back to Kovner. And then you have Kolakithis getting it out to McKinney, who will go for the three. And that one is off the rim. Looks like it'll be Stoughton basketball.
Ball. Yeah.
Yep. And Rain Tat will inbound it for the Black Knights. To McKay. Back to Tat. McKay again. To Raina Tat. Then McKay for the three. She nails that one. And Luke, the momentum continues for the Black Knights.
Yeah. Stoughton is definitely coming out the bat strong.
Wong will go for Wong will pass it to Kolakithis. Back to McKinney. McCool fakes the shot, and she'll pass it back to Wong. Giglio to McCool. McCool fakes it. She tries to drive it in. McKinney back to Giglio. And Stoughton steals it. And that's what. And Raina Tat will make it a 10-0 Stoughton lead. And Luke, this is sort of what we're talking about. Just offensive failure after offensive failure for the Bulldogs.
You can tell they have a game plan. They're just not executing.
Yep, not at all. And
just seems like a slow start tonight.
you saw Kolakithis with the layup there, back to Tat, and Tat nails it again. It is 13-0. What a start, huh? Yeah, what a start for the Black Knights. You know, it's just, they just implode. No offense to the Bulldogs, they just implode so often on offense.
Yeah.
It's just. But I will give them credit. Stoughton's played to perfection today.
Yeah.
You know, they've been very aggressive. They've gotten the basketball. They've taken care of the basketball. Besides that early deflection, they've taken care of the basketball.
You can tell, you know, Stoughton definitely came out here with a game plan. They're taking shots that they know they can make. They're just playing.
Yep.
They're playing smart.
And they're playing, like you said, they're playing smart. They're getting the points, you know.
Yeah.
I know it sounds very rudimentary and very simple, but they're getting the points, and that's the way you win the game. Isn't
Literally.
It? So, you know.
They came out with a game plan and they're executing.
Yeah.
Not much more than that.
That's the difference between wins and losses.
Yep.
Wong to Giglio to Kolakithis. Wong for the three, and she
Wong
gets
nails
it.
the three.
And that was a pretty nice three there.
It was.
And Tat will commit the offensive foul. Maybe some momentum now for the Bulldogs. Kolakithis drives it up. She'll get it to Wong, to Giglio, to McKinney, and McKinney will go inside for McCool, and it will bounce off the rim for McCool. Another missed opportunity for the Bulldogs.
Oh,
and
Wong
a
with the
steal
steal.
there from Wong.
Yep.
And that was a really athletic play there, and another steal for the. They just need to slow things down, you know. Tat. McKay. Oh, and that one's off the rim for Leah McCarty. McCool was looking for McKinney there. Kolakithis will inbound for the Bulldogs. Back to Wong near midcourt. Tortorella to Giglio, and that one's a bit of an air, she airmails that one a little bit.
Yeah.
And
McCool with the
Tat will
rebound.
miss it, and McCool takes it back up the floor to Kolakithis. Tortorella. And that one goes down for McCabe, I believe. And McCabe back to Tortorella. Tortorella drives it up the court, and they step out of bounds there. And I mean, you can't get much worse than that, Luke. I mean, you know, right on the out of bounds strike.
It looked like it seemed to be incidental.
Yeah. I mean, not much you can say about that one.
Yeah.
But we move forward, obviously. McCarty to Tat. Oh, and they get it after the foul was called. Imagine if there was no foul there. And it was on the offense, and Kolakithis will go quickly up the court. Canton trying to get back in this thing. Tortorella to Wong, and that is this is Tori White. White to Kolakithis. Kolakithis from the free throw line. And then McCarty goes up the court. I mean, Canton started to pick it up in the last couple minutes.
For
but
sure.
It was definitely all Stoughton at the beginning. McCarty at the free throw line nails the first one. And McKay will get the second one.
Let me tell you something, Nick. McKay has came out from the three, and she's been pulling it, and it's all been falling tonight.
Yep, and it's all been, yep, like you said, every shot that they've believed they can make, they've been able to. Tortorella for three, off the rim, and White, McKinney will circle around to get the rebound. Wong will put it up, and it's and another offensive rebound. Wow. And they're fouled there. And McCabe is fouled. That was a really good sequence for Canton, just not giving up on the play, Luke.
Yeah. They're hustling.
Yep. And hustling scores points in basketball.
It does.
Usually gets a couple of extra, depending on a couple extra points. McCabe will go to the free throw line. Oh, and the first one goes down on a little bit of a bounce. I was like, you know, when the roller coaster goes up, it's like to, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Wait for. That's what it felt like, and then just wait for it to bounce down, you know, to go down. That's what that reminded me of. And McKay, who's been very active, she's been Stoughton's best player tonight.
She has.
And Tat's been really good too. Oh, that one in and out, and McCool gets that one back quickly to White, and White drives it in, and she gets it in, and there's some momentum going.
There's definitely some momentum going.
The Bulldogs' way right now. Really solid sequence these last couple minutes for the Bulldogs. McKay will try to get to the basket, excuse me. And that one will go up for Stoughton. Oh, and it's an offensive foul. And Canton will either get one more shot or they'll be able to end the quarter only down 6, but we'll see if they can go really quickly.
You know what, Nick?
That wasn't really a mid-court shot. That was just like let me throw it,
See if I can get something.
If I can defy physics, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
It just seemed like it was a slow start for the Bulldogs, but
yeah, they've really picked it up.
For sure. Looking at these two teams, I just see two teams that are hungry and want to win.
Yep. And I mean, you saw that from Stoughton from the opening tip.
Yeah.
But I mean, they were up 13-0. I mean, it was not looking too good. But now it's only a 6-point game and an incredible last couple of minutes of the quarter for the Bulldogs. I mean, 13-0 to 15-9. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. So, yeah. But I mean, I think Stoughton's been clearly the better team. I mean, there's no question. I mean, everything is falling for the Black Knights. I mean, for the Black Knights. I mean, whether it be mid-court jumpers, three-pointers, you know. getting to the basket basically with no one touching them.
Yeah.
Once they get inside the paint, Canton's been pretty physical.
For sure.
But up to the paint, like, they haven't been even touching. So McKay with McKinney covering. That one being carried up to the basket, and they're going to get a foul. And that's definitely the way you want to start it if you're Stoughton. And Tat will go for the free throw, and she nails that one. And she gets that one too. White will take it up court for the Bulldogs. McKinney to Wong. Wong will get it back to McKinney. And White will try to get it from the midcourt. And Can gets a foul there.
Yep.
Much to the dismay. Much to the dismay of Stoughton's head coach. White will go for the first free throw. That one's off the rim. This is a huge couple of plays for Canton.
It is.
It's already back to an 8-point game. They're starting to feel the balloon deflate a little bit again. Just a little bit, though, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, the first basket of a quarter is so huge.
It is.
Might be one of the biggest plays for Canton so far tonight, one of them at least. And White will go for the free throw, and she nails it. Cool, calm, and collected for Tori White.
Yep. Seems like the Bulldogs are battling for anything they could get.
Absolutely, Luke. And Tad will miss it. And whose basketball will it? It will be, it looks like Canton's ball, right? Canton's ball, right?
Oh, no, it's actually the
it's Stoughton
Black Knights
inbound.
ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Tat will look for an option. Maybe looking for the three. Back to McKay, and that one is rejected by the glass. Oh, and McKinney was put a little too much mustard on that one.
Yep.
For Tori White. Tat will maybe try to drive it in herself, and she's fouled on the way up. And Canton's starting to unravel a little bit, Luke.
Yeah.
Canton's starting to really unravel a little bit. Tat nails the first one. Tat nails the second one too. And it's back to a 3-possession game. McKinney passes it to White, back to McKinney. A bit of a cross-court pass to Wong, back to McKinney. And Giglio. Oh, and that was a beautiful block.
It was.
Stoughton there. Oh, but Canton gets it back, and that one's off the rim. And Stoughton will get it in transition. Oh, and Stoughton doesn't get it, but it looks like they're going to get the free throws. They're really making those free throws count now, Luke.
Yeah.
And this is slowly starting to really slip away for Canton.
I feel like Canton needs to calm down. They need to slow down and play their game. You know, Nick?
Oh, and Stoughton on these free throws, they've just been, like, I think only one of them, the one that I compared to the roller coaster, bounced. Oh, you know those carnival rides that it goes up and then it goes, you know, like the thing that people are like strapped to. You know what I'm talking about. McKinney to White. McKinney gets it into Giglio. Back to McKinney. And that one is off the rim. And Canton's really rushing this now.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
really rushing to get points on the board. Not really working in their favor, Luke. And I believe that was Leah McCarty on the two-pointer for Stoughton. Kolakithis will drive it up the lane, and Stoughton was right there waiting for that one. And and that one does not go in. That one doesn't work out. Does not work out for the Bulldogs. McKinney into Kolakithis.
Kolakithis with the layup.
And that one, they needed that layup right now. To try to get something out of this before halftime. No, we still have a lot of time before halftime, obviously. A lot of time before halftime, obviously. White going quickly up the court. Oh, and what? Wow. That was a very interesting call there. I mean, that was very interesting.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what happened there.
Me either.
I mean, you're probably looking, that should have been 2 free throws.
That's
for
what it
Canton.
looks like.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But
Black Knights
the refs are going to call what they see.
Yeah. The Black Knights in these free throws tonight.
Yeah. So now we have, instead of 2 free throws for Canton, 2 free throws for Stoughton. McCool into Giglio, and it looks like it'll be 2 free throws for the Bulldogs.
Yeah. We really need to take advantage of these 3 points, Nick.
I mean, they have to. I mean, it's time is not on their side right now.
No.
Yeah. Well, sort of, but I mean in the first half.
Yeah.
And they get the first one for Giglio.
Yep.
Couple of substitutions for Stoughton. I mean, they definitely deserve the rest right now. You know.
After the battle that they're putting on, they definitely deserve the rest.
Absolutely. Giglio misses the second one, and Tat will take it back up for the Black Knights. And Stoughton couldn't corral that one to keep possession. Kolakithis, Giglio, that one doesn't work out well for them.
On for the 3.
And that was a beautiful three-pointer for Canton. And that's going to wake up the crowd a little bit. Now we're back at 8 points, you know.
You know, a point like that, Nick, can change everything.
Need a couple of stops ideally first. They need a couple of stops. And it will be McKay, and she nails that one. One of the smoothest threes of the night.
McKay's been on fire from the three-point all night.
I think they, Luke, not to make a joke that wouldn't go over too well. I literally think they made I think they've made more threes than twos, like more, you know, more three-pointers than two-pointers. Yeah, and they have been awesome from the free throw line.
They have.
I think they only. Have they missed one? I think they missed one tonight.
Yeah, maybe just
maybe
one.
Like they've gone to the free throw line so many times, and they've taken advantage of every opportunity.
McCool brings down the rebounds.
Yep, and McCool back to Kolokitis, to Tortorella, to Giglio, back to Wong, and that one's airmailed that one a little bit, but can't hit them all. McKay to Tat, back to McKay. McKay looking for an option.
You know, Nick, I feel like they need to add more pressure on McKay from the three-point line.
And Squires went for that three, and McKay was there right at the perfect time. 29-16 now. And Tortorella misses it. It looks like, and McKay will drive it up, but she's fouled on the way there. Oh, it was a travel.
Yeah, it looked like a
travel. Oh, that's really big for the Bulldogs. Maybe get a couple of buckets before the half.
Yeah, cut down the score, cut down their lead.
I mean, they have to. I mean, 13 isn't unforgivable, but they need to.
Yeah. You know, one thing about Stoughton, they've done a good job maintaining their lead.
Yep, and you know what I've noticed, Luke, what I've noticed today especially, every time Canton's cut it to a lower lead, to a smaller lead, Stoughton's have had every answer. And usually it's been a two for a three.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and when it's a 2 for a 3, that's super deflating because that means it's even more of a lead now, you know. And see, once again, these free throw line opportunities.
That Stoughton has been taking advantage of
all night. And that's why they have half the lead they have right now. And that was the first miss in a while. And now at the free throw line for them is Imani Ashu. And Ashu will go for her second free throw. And that one will be off the rim. And that was huge for the Bulldogs. And Kolokitis, oh, that was a really nice.
That was very nice.
Really nice play. One of their better plays of the night. McKay will go for the 3, and she doesn't get it. We'll see. Looks like Canton ball, and that's huge for the Bulldogs.
It is.
McCool to Kolokitis. McCool. Oh, and what a steal there. And Ashu steals it from McCool, and that was not a good look there for the Bulldogs.
It looks like the Black Knights are going to go to the line.
Yep. Really bad timing for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Looks like it'll be Ashu again, and she had the last set of free throws.
Yeah.
She's had a couple of really solid minutes here. Oh, no. And now, and Ashu misses the first one. She gets the second one.
Putting them to 30 points.
30-18 now. And Wong misses it. But McCool will get it back inside, and Giglio will get the basket.
Seems like the Bulldogs are about a full court press.
And that was very deflating for the Bulldogs. Oh, and that was pretty close, but
Yeah.
that one, that's a real. That one does not help the Bulldogs, Luke. That was really quick. They needed to get a stop there. They were not able to do it. This looks like we'll have Canton Youth basketball coming on in a minute here, but very up and down half.
For sure.
Very up and down. You know, Canton had their moments.
They definitely did. The Black Knights, you know, from the start.
Yeah,
they came
everything,
out,
like we said, you know.
They've just been executing all night.
Yeah.
It seemed like a slow start for the Bulldogs, but it seems like they're picking it up now.
Yep.
They are going to have an epic matchup right here at halftime. Let's go green. Let's get out there. Ross for two.
And we're back here at Musharelli Gymnasium as McKay will get the opening possession for the Black Knights started. Oh, and a nice turnover there. And that's what we were talking about.
Yup, exactly.
And Kolakithis into McCabe, and that one does not go for Canton. McKay. McKay again.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, very clear travel.
Yeah.
They called that like 3 seconds later. I was like, are they going to let it go again? I was like, oh, no.
You know, Nick, it's looking like the Bulldogs are coming out with a different intensity, you know?
Yeah. You know, just like a lot faster, a lot cleaner of a game. Oh, that would have been huge.
It would have.
That would have been huge, but that did not go down for the Bulldogs. Oh, and another turnover caused by the Bulldogs. They're really speeding it up right now with White. White looked like wanted to go for the three, but he'll give it to Kolakithis instead. And that was a really nice play in transition from White to Kolakithis.
Kolakithis really finished that play by nailing the three, you know, Nick?
Yep, and
can't ask for much more.
Stoughton did get a quick layup back, but you know, not the end of the world. They only got 2 back, and that one's off the rim. And you know this is what we were talking about. You know, a couple of really good plays against and then after that, a couple of really bad mistakes. For the Bulldogs.
That's exactly what I said. You know, Nick?
Yep. And McKay with she's been incredible.
Yes, she has. You know, the Black Knights are really relying on her.
Yep. Kolakithis got that one to McCabe. That one goes off
is all over that.
And that's what I like to see, though. They're not getting the ball back, but they've been playing they've been very aggressive defensively.
For sure.
And even then, I know it caused a foul, but they were trying to get back at the ball.
Yeah.
And that's not really something that we saw in the first half. So.
They definitely came out in a different gear, Nick.
Yeah. Pretty similar result, but
yeah.
I like seeing the intensity. Stoughton subs. Looks like Canton will sub after the free throw, by the way. Both free throws went down there from Leah McCarty.
Give him a cool inbounds to White.
White's been pretty solid today.
Yeah, she has.
And an offensive foul there. Looks like a traveler.
Yeah.
Canton really needs this timeout right now, Luke. This is definitely not on the way that they were hoping for. But I will say, I think much of a cleaner game overall. And they've really proven that they can play, you know, and with those style, they can play with an aggressive style. Overall, though, definitely not the game that Canton's been looking for so far.
But you know what? It's still in their reach, Nick.
Yep. Still 15-point game. And I will say, Stoughton's come out not as consistent as they were in the first half, but I mean, let's do not as consistent with a grain of salt because they're still getting everything.
Yeah.
It's just that Canton's been a lot better defensively. McKay will bring it up for the Black Knights. McCarty. And it will go back. It'll be a Stoughton inbound. And Canton gets the basketball back. And Luke, they really need to go now. White to the basket, out. And not looking too good for the Bulldogs right now. But and Squires nails that one. Looks like they'll count it as a long two. 40-23 now. Not looking great for Canton right now. They'll bring in some subs just to get to some fresh legs in there, just to get something. But not too promising right now. McKinney. Oh, and another turnover there. Squires for another three.
Giglio with the rebound.
And Giglio with the rebound. And Canton gets that. It looks like they're going to count it.
Yep.
They'll get and one, too. Looks like McKinney. Nope. It'll be Tortorella. Oh, they can't get the and one. Really big mistake there for the Bulldogs. And
that was pretty good defense.
Block there, yep. Canton will go up the court again with White. Oh, that one does not go down. And McKay, that one almost went in. And they'll try again on the offensive rebound. And it'll go to the Bulldogs, or stay with the Bulldogs. And offensive foul for Canton. Not what they wanted tonight.
No, not at all.
So inconsistent, you know. And Stoughton's continuing to just, they've hit everything, you know. And a block there, but game's not over yet, obviously.
Nope.
Kolokitis to Wong. Oh, no, that one's in and out. And just don't know what else much to say. Just things aren't going down for them. And McKay gets the layup. 42-25 now. Just a very strange game to analyze. You know? So many good moments for the Bulldogs. As Wong will put that back up. Yep. Not a bad shot there.
Not at all.
Oh, and let's see if oh, that would have been a huge turnover, but Canton can't get back on it. McKay will drive it in, and she'll get it. And that's just the story of the night. That possession right there tells the story of the night for Stoughton.
McKay, you know, she's been going crazy all night, Nick.
You want a jumper, she'll get it.
Yep.
You want a free throw, she'll get it.
Yep.
You want a 3-pointer, she'll get everything. This was an MVP caliber performance from McKay tonight. And another turnover from the Bulldogs. Bit of an airmailed pass, airmailed shot there. Kolokithis and Wong is fouled as she tried to pass that one to McKinnon.
Seems like the Black Knights called a timeout.
What do you do if you're Canton here with them? Not much.
Just gotta, like I said before, Nick, you just gotta hope for the Black Knights to start messing up a little bit more and take advantage of that,
I mean, if what's happened so far in this game is any indication of what's gonna happen, I don't think they're gonna mess up too many times. But the Bulldogs can dream.
Yeah.
And for Stoughton, just A+ performance.
Sure.
I would say A, like just really solid, solid. For the what do you think about the Black Knights so far tonight?
Like we said, they've been executing, came out the bat swinging. They were ready for this game. They were prepared. They played like they had something to prove.
Yep, and they definitely proved it. On the road in front of your biggest rival. I mean, I think that team bus ride home is going to be pretty fun if the score right now holds, although it's going to be about a 15-minute ride home, but it's going to be fun. And Kolokithis to McCool, and back to Stoughton.
Pass to McKay.
Back to McKay. Whoever votes for Hawk MVP needs to look at tape of this performance. I mean, I don't know where she is in the rankings of that in terms of the Hawk, but it needs to be pretty high after tonight.
That's what it looks like.
It needs to be pretty high. I'm not sure, but whoever's voting needs to take a look at this game. One of the most versatile players I've ever seen. And Kolokithis gets that one for Canton. McKay will try to put it up again, and she's fouled on the way there. Oh, offensive foul.
Yeah, it looks like a travel.
Looks like a travel, yep. This is huge now because you can get it back to 13 points.
Yep.
As bad as this quarter's gone for the Bulldogs, you can get it back to 13 and give yourselves a bit of a chance. McCool, and Wong will go for the, she almost gets it, but 15-point game entering the fourth quarter. What do you think Canton needs to do, Luke, to get back in this?
Just execute.
Yep.
Just one word, execute.
Yep.
They have a game plan, and you can obviously see it through their playing.
Yeah.
You can see that they have a plan. They just need to execute it a little bit better.
Yeah, I would definitely say a good bit better. I mean, it is a 15-point game.
Yeah.
But 8 minutes left, 15 points in 8 minutes. We've seen it many times.
Yes, we have.
We've seen it many times before. But Canton needs to rise to the occasion.
For sure.
And Stoughton has already risen to the occasion tonight. I mean, they've proven about all they need to prove. Unless this game becomes close, and then they have to knock down a couple of shots again.
Yeah.
But if the score is any indication of what the score is going to be, they've proven all they've needed to prove.
Yeah.
You know. But I mean, you got to play for the whole 32 minutes.
Yep. There's still time on that clock, Nick.
Yep.
There's a lot of time for the Bulldogs to change this game around.
Definitely. With the home crowd behind them. Oh, and Canton's turnover there.
That was a nice pass for Karen.
Oh, and what a block there.
Who's that, a block by McKay?
That is a championship caliber block. Well, that was McKay, right?
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Are you kidding me? And, you know, this is, like I said, whoever's voting for MVP, I don't know if there's voters here tonight, but I'm going to recommend someone. If I had to pick for Stoughton and maybe in Hawk MVP, I'm going to tell you who I'm going to vote for.
Yeah.
I mean, we're saying that as a Canton broadcast. I mean, you know, like this is no joke, man. You know?
Yeah.
And McCool will get it back. Looks like it'll stay with Canton, right? Yep, and Wong will come to inbound it. Kolakithis. Wong. And another turnover there for the Bulldogs. A miss there from Stoughton. Canton driving it up the lane. Oh, and wow. And they're gonna call it eventually. Stoughton's bat, wow. And another pretty controversial call there, Lou.
Yeah.
That was not pretty. Couple of calls definitely leaving me scratching my head.
Yeah.
Today. And Stoughton will get the rebound. And that one is that one really deflates a lot of air out of the balloon for the Bulldogs. Kolakithis it'll go off the rim. Oh, and Canton and Kolakithis nails the three. Still a long way to go for the Bulldogs, though. And Stoughton gets the offensive rebound. And that's Maria Johnson. And Johnson gives Stoughton a 16-point lead back. Oh, and what a poke out there. What a poke out. And
yeah.
I mean, like we said, Luke, Stoughton's really come to play today.
Yeah.
McCabe to Tortorella. To Kolakithis. McCool. Oh, and that one is and that one also really doesn't help the Bulldogs too much. And that one is in and out for
It's a jump ball. It's going to be Canton's ball.
Yep, Canton's ball. And they need everything they can get right now.
Yeah. Nick, what do you think the Bulldogs coach is saying right now in the timeout?
You know, here's what I would say, and I don't know if he's saying this because I'm a little more optimistic maybe, but here's what I'll say. You know, they really good effort, I thought, really good effort for the most part. They knew what they came to do, you know. Not over 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, we've seen 16 points in 5 minutes a million times.
Yeah.
But, you know, not really looking too good for them right now, especially with the inconsistency that they've been playing with.
Yeah.
They need to go like NBA playoffs mode, to get, like inside 2 minutes mode to get this back close to an overtime type game. But here's what I would say. I thought they had a really good effort tonight, really good. I thought they didn't make that in terms of sloppy mistakes. They didn't make that many. They just the shots weren't falling.
Yeah.
But I would just say full court press for life. You know the rest. You know the rest of this last 5 minutes. You know full court press on both sides of the ball.
Cool for the three.
And it'll stay with Stoughton. And they weren't afraid to take threes today.
Well, actually, they weren't at all.
They weren't. You know, didn't hit a lot of them, but they weren't afraid to. And they're gonna go for another one. McCool, that one doesn't go down either.
You know, the Bulldogs defense, they're really on top of it.
Yeah, they are. And like we said, that's one of the many positives in this game for the Bulldogs. You know, very aggressive. They've been very competitive.
They have.
Not looking too good right now, obviously, but you know, a lot closer than the score indicates.
For real.
Right now, you know, wasn't their night as it looks right now, but I mean, barring a miracle, Stoughton's gonna be Stoughton can heat up the buses in the parking lot, you know, because they know the game's gonna be over soon. Yeah. Because they will be celebrating. It looks like on the way home today, but like I said, I give Stoughton a lot of credit, and you know. And I mean, I'm gonna break my news in a minute here.
Yeah.
But here's what I'm gonna say. And I know we're gonna go back to the pregame ceremony here, but I respect Coach Wilbur so much. You know, the head coach for the Canton girls basketball, for the way he said that.
Yeah.
You know, this is a program that has traditionally had a good bit of success, but for Coach Wilbur to say, you guys, those 4 students were the pioneers of a new era.
Yeah.
You know, I have so much respect for a coach that says that, because you may be like a team that has not had a good season up to this point, which the girls, unfortunately for Canton, have not. They haven't been particularly good.
Yeah.
But like record-wise, I mean. But as McKinney will go for the three, and she'll get the rebound, and she'll get fouled. But I mean, that's culture building, Luke. You know, that reminds me of a Dan Campbell Lions type of approach, where it's like, I love this team, man. You know, you ain't afraid to share that you love the team.
Yep.
And I think that is a beautiful segue to what I'm about to say right now. It looks like right now this will be one of my final Eye in the Sky broadcasts. You know, I want to thank a lot of people, a lot more people that I can thank in this amount of time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, I have 17 years of people to thank if we really think about it. But I want to say thank you. I mean, this Friday will be my last basketball game that I'll call, but this will be my last Eye in the Sky club. So second to last.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is the last in one way. And I want to thank Mr. McDonough. I want to thank Kevin. Mr. Prake. I want to thank him. Want to thank Dylan. Want to thank you, Luke. This was a hell of a ride, man.
Hey,
you know?
It was my pleasure.
Thanks, man. And, you know, I want to thank, like I said, so many people I could thank. I mean, this was a dream come true for me to represent my town and to have some of the best colleagues I've ever had. You know.
Yeah.
Best partners I've ever had. You, Luke, Dylan, Will Santos, Mr. Wells, Miss Galvin from Canton Community Television, and Peter and Hannah and Marie, our entire crew. Wish I could name you all by name in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
But, you know, thanks to everybody. I wish all of our viewers nothing but the best. I hope I've been a great representative to the Canton community. I just want to say thank you so much. You know, that's a wrap, man. So, thank you so much, everybody.
Nick, on behalf of everybody, I think we all just want to say thank you.
Thanks, Luke. I appreciate it. It was such a pleasure, man. And, I just come here, work hard, and love to. And I got the greatest seat I could ever get to some of these games, man.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome. I didn't have to pay a single dime. But most importantly, I got some of the best experiences I've had at Canton High School. And when we're all there on June 7th, my man, that is what, on June 7th, when we're all there, on that hot morning, I know a lot of parents are going to want to go home and get off the stage. And they're going to say to their kids, run off the stage, guys, get on the, but that's something I'm going to think about,
Yeah.
I don't take any of this for granted, and this was one of the greatest times of my life. So, but to also want to thank Mr. McDonough.
Yeah.
Congratulate him again on a phenomenal career. I mean, he's the reason we're all here.
For sure.
I mean, really special night, my man.
Yeah.
Really special night.
I don't know if you saw it, but it just looked like the Canton fans did a ovation for the senior girls.
For the seniors, yep. And like I said, class of 25 out, man.
Yep.
We're gonna be out in a couple of months here, so we'll never forget it.
Never.
And I want to thank everybody once again. I wish all of our viewers, all of our athletes, everyone in Canton and around the world, nothing but the best. And it was such a pleasure to be with you. I did this for 4 years, Luke. I mean, whether you're talking about football, lacrosse, basketball, didn't get to hockey, but obviously that's a professional broadcast. So, as we'll do a clap out. They'll do a clap out for the senior class. And Stoughton will run it out for the last couple seconds here. Oh, and that one does not go in. Go for the 3 again, or they'll pump fake. They'll go for the 2, and that one is out. But you know, all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
I'm just really grateful, you know, really grateful. I wish my last year had playoff basketball in it. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen right now.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the committee saw something that we didn't see, but you know, it does not look on either side, unfortunately. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. But thank you so much, everybody. Like I said, I don't want to make this long, but like I said, I love talking, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I just think of more things to say in the time that I have it. You know, thank you. I'm so proud of this crew, man, you know, and I'm so proud of the crew, everything that we were able to accomplish. And Stoughton will dribble it back. And that'll do it. And that'll end the game. And it'll be 54-34. And that'll do it, Luke. And for Nick Flaherty and Luke Lanier, thank you everybody. Have a good night as Stoughton wins it 54-34.